We're going to kick off this live video here real quick. Did everybody see? Did everybody just get their phone notifications? If you didn't just get a phone notification, that means you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel. I recommend that you subscribe to the YouTube channel and be a part of that. All right, guys. Well, can everybody see my screen? And let me just make sure it's rotating there real quick. Is my screen rotating? Should be going back and forth there. Just want to make sure real quick. All right, I want to welcome everybody to Wednesday night training presented by the Appwizard studio team. And we got a few things to talk about tonight, a few things to go over. And I'm not sure if the person's in here that had the question in the Facebook group. I mentioned last week, hey, put a question in a Facebook group and we'll talk about that. And the question that they had asked was about revenue sharing with a business with the digital table tent. So we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. And we're going to talk about a couple of things. Real quick, a little housekeeping. If you have not joined our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/AWS Mastermind, go to facebook.com/groups/AWS Mastermind. Remember, I say this every week. If you come in, if you're new and you join the group and your Facebook page is different than if it's different than your the email address that you signed up, or your name's different than what you signed up, just shoot us an email and we will take care of that. Be more than happy to take care of that. And we had a couple of people that signed up this week and they couldn't get in. And really, if I don't recognize you and I can't put two and two together, then I X you out. So we do that for a reason. We don't do that to keep people out. We do that to keep spammers out. I mean, usually when a guy comes in there and he's a member of like 6,000 groups, I know pretty quick that they aren't going to come in our group. So, but just shoot us an email and we'll be more than happy to get you in. No problem at all. There's a lot of great questions. Like I say, part of tonight's training is going to be on a question that was asked in the group. And if you haven't joined our YouTube channel, join our YouTube channel. Just search for the Appwizard Studio and look for this logo right here, this little icon, and we'd be more than happy to let you in and be a part of our Appwizard Studio YouTube channel. Our training comes live on YouTube every single week. Real quick disclaimer, Appwizard Studio nor I cannot guarantee just because you're watching training you will make any sales, create any traffic, or increase your income. Every person is different, has different work ethics and different desires. We are going to talk about the digital table tent tonight, okay? And if you have any questions, and I know these are going to fly by as soon as I say this, so if you have any questions, please just post them in the box. I will answer them the best I can. But before we get started, I will open up with a statement. And we've been getting a lot of calls. A lot of people can't get into their platforms, a lot of things like that. And I've had people say, Kerry, what do you think? Do you think this is a real deal? Woodrow, what does he think? Does he think this is a real deal? We do believe this is a good deal, okay? I'll be the first to tell you, I don't promote many things in my life. Matter of fact, I promote very few things. And Woodrow's the same way. We don't just come on here and just say, okay, we want you to buy this or buy that. We promote things that we believe is number one, technologically sound. Number two, something that's going to explode in the marketplace. And so when we look at this and we look at what's happening in the industry, this is one of the things that is happening. Displays are going digital. There is no question about that. Okay, there is absolutely no question about that. When we partnered with this company and said, hey, we want to bring you to our table, we want to bring you into our fold. We've got some really great salespeople. We've got some good people that will go out and sell this. We did our due diligence. We looked at the product. The product was excellent. During that period, they were creating a new software. Now, if you're not a software developer, and I've been working with developers practically all my life, Woodrow is a software developer. He's been doing it all his life. To get in that realm and into that industry, everything can go wrong at once. It just happens that way. You have a big whiteboard on your wall, and you say, okay, you know, we've got a deadline of this date and this date and this date. We need these things done, these things done, these things done. You get number 1 done, you get number 2 done, and when you do number 3, it breaks number 1 and 2. So then you have to go in and go back and you start over and you start building. These guys have built an incredible platform. Okay, a platform that I believe is going to be a standard in the industry. I believe that the product itself is a high quality product. I believe and I believe that there is going to be a lot of money made with this. I personally am taking this and implementing it into one of my systems. Okay, one of my marketing systems that I sell. So, stuff happens. It happens. It's just what it is. We are in the very early stages along with these guys. And I want to read you a text, okay? Because trust me, we've been pushing hard for our people, because you are our people. What we say represents you, and what we say about others represents us. And we're not here to misrepresent or bring something to you that we don't believe is real. Realistically, is we got in early on this, okay? Very early. In their early development stages of the software. Didn't happen quite as quick as they thought it would. Their company is exploding, and rightfully so. They've got a great product. It's a good product that's going to be very well accepted in the marketplace. I truly believe that. I believe the technology is a technology that's going to be around for a very, very, very long time. And there is going to be a lot of 7-figure businesses built off of this technology. I believe that. Now, with that said, this was the message. And I want to read the whole thing to you, because I want you to understand that where we stand against this product and how we feel about our people. I think it's very important that we be very transparent with you tonight. And Woodrow told David that, hey, look, we need answers. I know you're busy, and we know you're busy, and we're busy. And we need answers, because we're putting out to our people one thing and something else is happening. And not only did Woodrow go to bat for everybody that has purchased something, but he said, hey, this is our company here, and this is our reputation. And we've put our reputation on the line. And this is the response that we received back. And I want to share this with you, okay? I wanted to share this with you folks tonight. Woodrow, it is not our intention to misrepresent anything. We are growing fast and each wear many hats. I can promise that I will get the back office's access to all your customers tonight. So that's tonight, okay? Sometime during tonight. Now, like everything else, if you don't have it tonight, just shoot us an email or let us know. And we will get with David and say, hey, these people didn't get theirs, but it's coming tonight. There's also some training videos and some things that have been created that we've been told that are coming tonight. All right. So David also said, I will also give my apologies and explanation as to why the start has taken a little longer. And the bottom line is their software did not get implemented as fast as they thought it would. They wanted the new table tents to be inside the software and everything running inside the new software instead of flipping softwares and moving around. So everything just kind of snowballed at once at the exact same time that Woodrow and I at Appwizard Studio launched this product. All right. So with that said, be patient. And I know some of you have been waiting a couple of weeks, 3 weeks. I'm still waiting on a table tent in my software. Okay. So it can get frustrating. It can be very frustrating. And it's frustrating because as a business person, we want to get the product on the streets, right? We want to make sure we're out there and things are happening. So just to bring the calm, understand that we know where you're at. but we also still believe in this product. And we also still believe that this is going to be a huge marketplace. And we also still believe that you guys are going to make a ton of money with this product. For those of you that are involved in it, for those of you that are sitting on the sideline waiting to see if it happens, you know, that's not a bad place to be either. Watch it happen, but don't wait too late when things start exploding. Okay. That may be not what you wanted to hear tonight. You were expecting us to go into the platform. You were expecting us to go in to show you how to set up your table tent and expecting us to show the things. But I'm not here to BS you, and neither is Woodrow. Okay. I'm a very transparent person, and so is Woodrow. We're not here to keep things from you. We're here to disseminate information in a fashion to help you build your business. That's what we do. That's why we have training. That's why we do something that nobody else does. We come on training every single Wednesday night. So we're not here to keep things and keep you away and stop you from building your business. We want you to do exactly that. Do I think there may still be a couple of hiccups? Yes. Okay. Developed a piece of software last year myself. Trust me, nothing ever goes right. Woodrow's developed many pieces of software. Okay. Appwizard Studio. How many of you send Mark in a ticket and say, hey, this isn't working? And we've been in business for 6 years. You know, we open up a new product. It takes a piece of code from somewhere else, or the code doesn't match up. And you put in a ticket to Mark and he goes in and fixes it. So software is software, hardware is hardware. And when you put them together and try to make them work, things happen. So, but with that said, I truly believe if we can calm the storm and we can look what's ahead versus what has happened. And I know some have said, you know what, Kerry, it makes me skeptical. Of course it does. And I understand that. But I also believe that this product is going to be major. I think it's going to be a big deal. I think it's going to make a lot of money. And nobody's more excited about this table tent hitting the streets than Kerry Miller. I can promise you that. Woodrow is building networks as we speak and waiting on product. So he's out working the program too, just like some of you are, showing the product, sharing the product, you know. So we all wanted to come together, and we are working day and night, fielding questions, talking to the people that we talk to get everything resolved. Okay. So with that said, is there any questions? I hope I answered everything as far as anything that would come across about what I just spoke about. But is there any questions that I can answer just to clear your mind and set you at ease? Awesome. Now, let's talk about the product itself and what we're going to do with it. One of the questions that was in the group, okay, and somebody's got a question and answer up here. And somebody, thank you, dude. The question was, Kerry, you spoke about revenue sharing. And how do you revenue share? And exactly what is that? Revenue sharing is anytime you take money from an entity, okay, in this case, an advertiser. You will go out and you will sell advertising on the streets, okay? And when you sell that advertising on the streets, let's say it's a restaurant and you work with the restaurant, you say, I tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to go out and we're going to place ads inside of your table tent to advertise to your customers. Is there any ads that you don't want in there? Yeah, I don't want, number one, you don't want competitor ads, obviously. So competitor ads won't be in there. I don't want, you know, anything to do with the adult industry or anything like that. So you get rid of all the stuff that they don't want. And then you ask this question when they tell you what they do want. Who do you know that would be interested in advertising in your restaurant? And what I'm going to do is we'll do a, 80-20 split. We'll give you 20% of the revenue from the ads that we go out and sell to offset what you're paying. So if they're paying $100 a month and you're charging $100 a month, okay, and they get $20 of that, well, they get that $20. Now they're only paying $80. Now, I don't recommend that you try to say, okay, well, I'm going to take $20 off of that this month. Okay, you got two of them. I'm going to take $40 off it. I recommend that you just cut them a check. Anytime you revenue share and you try to balance the books with the revenue share, unless you've got some really sophisticated, expensive software, I wouldn't do that. Okay, I wouldn't do that. So set it up to revenue share. Say, okay, it's going to be an 80-20 split, a 70-30, whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, if you're doing big ad budgets and this guy's going to give you a ton of business and you're making several $1,000s off of him, and you're going to wind up making several $1,000s off of the advertising, you may want to do a 60-40 or something like that. If he's going to bring you a lot of business, referral networks make fortunes. And you want to compensate those that refer, okay, that they refer, the referral party that brings you the business. All right. So you go out, you sell an ad for $100. You already know that you made 60 and the business made 40 if it's a 60-40. Or if it's an 80-20, you made 80 and they made 20. All right. Let me recommend something to you. And this is a great way to do this. If you're using a Shopify or something like a ThriveCart's a great software. It's around $700 or $800 or $900, something like that. It works off of Stripe, but they have affiliate software built into there. Shopify, they've got a couple of affiliate programs you can use. Affiliately is one, and that's one that I use. You can set up auto pay. So if you're running the debit cards through your ThriveCart account or your Shopify account, it will automatically separate out their money, and they can have a login and see how much ad revenue they're making. They're not really an affiliate. Okay, they're really, it's just a rev share, but affiliate software does more than just affiliate programs. So let me recommend that if you're going to do a rev share program, yeah, Samcart can do the same thing. I was a beta tester on ThriveCart. I love it. It's been around for a long time. Samcart's came out just after that. And Samcart's a good product. Shopify has Affiliately and Reversion and a couple other programs that does that. Kenny says JB Zoo has a setup that can do that. So anything that will bring in money on one side and separate it for you, that's what you want to do, because it is an absolute bookkeeping nightmare if you have to do it any other way. Now, understand that if they're making revenue, they're going to get a 1099 on that revenue. Your accountant is going to 1099 them, okay, and tell the government, hey, we just paid this guy $50,000 this year, and he's going to have to pay taxes on that revenue. He's not an employee. The business isn't an employee. You're not paying him as an employee, okay? It's revenue share. He's bringing in revenue from another entity, okay, a totally separate entity. And you may want to get with your accountant, and every state is probably different, and I'm sure it is. Just get with your accountant and say, hey, we're going to do a rev share. How do we set up this tax-wise? And he's going to give you a form and say, okay, everybody you do a revenue share with, have them sign this. And they're going to put it on record, and they're going to send him a 1099 at the end of the year, whatever that 1099 represents, okay, that says he made revenue off from you. All right. So it can be anything, whatever you want your split to be, but all you're doing is sharing the revenue from the ads with the place that's allowing you to place the ad. And once you do that, they make money every single month that you get paid. I highly recommend you do a rev share contract with them, so there's no questions asked. 6 months down the road, you don't want them to come back and say, hey, dude, I was supposed to get $30 and you only paid me $20. And now you owe the guy $15,000 because you didn't have anything in writing or whatever. So make sure you do a revenue share contract. Now, the next question is fixing to come up is, Kerry, do you have that? No, I don't. Okay. I set everything up. I do through affiliate programming. And so basically everybody becomes an affiliate of the program. And there is an affiliate contract or affiliate terms of service inside the system. But I don't know if the person is in here that asked that question. Is there anybody that have questions at all on revenue share? Anybody at all have questions on revenue share? Yes, it's a great way to make money. It's a great way to make money. And it's a great way for your businesses to offset their marketing dollars. And that's really the reason you want to do that, especially if it's a large account, and I'm talking a very large account. If you want to go in there and help them offset that cost. Now, understand they're paying you the cost up front, and they're depending on you to go out and get the ad networks put together in order for them to do the rev share. But them understanding that, hey, you know what? We have got to bring in what? We have got to bring in referrals in order to build this network. And they give you the referrals. And, most businesses, I know with my mobile business cards, about 70% of our business is referrals. Literally, 70, some months more than that. But about 70% of our business is absolute referrals. And we just get the referrals and we go out and sell the referrals. Well, with the ad networks, the easiest sell you're going to make is a referral, because you're literally going to walk into that business and say, hey, Jim down here at the restaurant sent me over here and said that you would probably be interested in advertising on his tables. Oh, yeah. How much is that? Yeah, $450 a month. No problem. Because that person knows the kind of traffic that business is getting. He knows Jim. He probably knows everything about his business because they're friends and they talk business with each other. All right. So use that referral network. You're building an ad network. Use that referral network to develop and build your ad network. All right. Now, let's talk about where we place these table tents. That's probably the number one question that I've got since we started talking about this. Carrie, where do I put these? Any place that has people coming through that has the ability to sit there and look at it. We did I don't remember if I think we did talk about last week. We talked about the car dealerships. Exceptional places to go put those. Any lounges, okay? Now, what do you want to advertise in a car dealership? And you got to think about this a little bit. You got to use your head a little bit and say, well, insurance companies would be a great thing to advertise in the car dealerships. Attorneys would be a great program to advertise in a car dealership. Now, if I'm in a bar, the first place I would go to is whoever's putting the alcohol behind the counters. Those beer companies and liquor companies, they have tremendous advertising budgets. And if you're going into the bars or into the restaurants that serve alcohol, they want that on their table tents. The alcohol companies do. Okay. So now if you're in a college town, you may want to advertise. For example, I'm in a college town, the gyms and the fitness people. Okay. You want to advertise the restaurants for sure. Really the boutiques. I wouldn't push alcohol in a college town. Okay. For a couple of reasons. You don't want to be that person. Okay. Kerry Miller, all he does is push his alcohol to all the college students. I don't want to be that person. So morally and your character comes into play when you start making these decisions, and you have to think about those things, and you have to ask the venue, hey, what do you not want? So if you're advertising at the college, let's say I went to the college here and I set up a network at the college, they've got hundreds of lounges, okay, on this campus. It's a very big campus. Hundreds of lounges, all the student forums, all those places where the students hang out. Who wants to advertise there? Definitely restaurants. The college definitely wants to advertise there. Colleges have huge advertising budgets. They may buy every spot on your table tent. They get 4 for free, okay? And you can go in there and sell them 6. So they may want to buy all of those. They may want to buy every single one of them. Or if you do the $30 option, like we talked about 2 weeks ago, and you have all 20 of those, they may want to purchase all 20 of those. So that table tent just went from $30 or $60 a month to several $100s a month just for that table tent. And there's going to run different ads in different areas. Maybe you want to run the lunch menu and the dinner menu and the breakfast menu on there. So you're going to get with the cafeteria staff because everybody's got their own budget, right? You can say, yeah, we're going to do this. And we're going to set these up over here. And this is what it's going to cost for that. And they budget that in their budget. And they say, yep, we want to run these in all of these different areas. So you really have to think about it. You know, if you're in a cafe, what does a cafe want to run? Well, there again, your doctors, your lawyers, people that eat there, your service industries, lawn care, roofing companies, plumbers, anybody in the service industry, that's a great place to put those. All right. So just think about it. Smoke lounges, you could advertise just about anything in smoke lounges. The thing is, to me, I would think a smoke lounge would be a hard place to sell advertising to, but they sell advertising to smoke lounges. I don't smoke. So I don't know what those people would even look at, to be honest with you. I mean, the doctors for sure. You know, you could probably put some doctors, but I don't know. And that's just something you have to sit down and you think about and you work it out. I'm going to show you something. Let me find a white, see if I can find something. Let me show you how I decide things. And I'm not a very good draw person, but I'm going to do this here real quick. Again, this is how I make decisions. I make a box, okay? And this outside box is the big picture, okay? Ad space. Writing with a mouse. Okay. Now the next box would be, say, venues. And I would come in here and I'd say, okay, I've got the venues I want to focus on. I want to focus on restaurants, doctor's offices, dental offices, chiropractors, any place that people are sitting, right, for long periods of times. Yeah, there you go. Duke says cigar lounges advertise event nights. There you go, right there. And that is a great, now you think about that. That is a great thing, because I can tell you those guys hanging out in those cigar lounges, they're probably all sports fanatics, and they probably all go to big events. You know, that's their niche market. So, you know, parties in town or whatever. So now I've got my venues. Now I'm going to come in here. And I'm going to start breaking down my advertisers for each one. And I may do a box like this. And I work my boxes down just like this. This is my decision right here in the middle. I do every single thing in my life like that. When I start developing a program or anything, I start with the big picture and I work it all the way down. And then I work from the center out. From the center out. And it's kind of like the old, pros and cons thing where you put one on, but I just use boxes. I was taught this a long, long time ago by my grandfather, and I've always used boxes. And it's a great way to make decisions, and it's a great way to figure out, I might want to do one on restaurants, I might want to do one on chiropractors and doctors. And then I work myself down, and I know exactly who my ad market is. I know exactly. And how am I going to find that stuff out? I'm going to go out and talk to these people. Hey, my name is Kerry Miller. This is what I'd like to do. And show them the product. Say, we'd like to bring this into your office. We do a Rev Share program. Okay. And the Rev Share program allows you, as the leasing of these products that we're putting in your office, so that people can see the different businesses in your area. We would like to put in the people in here that you would like to have. So who are 6 businesses that you know that maybe you trade with that you would love to have on your table tent inside of your doctor's office? Guess what they're going to do? They're going to tell you exactly what they want. And they also know that if you're going to do a rev share, that probably 80% of these guys are actually going to pay you what you're looking for to go in there. And they're fixing to pay for their entire program. So use the referral network, whatever your way of making decisions is and building your business is and doing the things you do. I think Mike Cahill uses sticky notes on everything now. So um, just however you do that. But referral networks are great. Ad networks are big. And I think we got a great opportunity here before us. Yeah, let me go back up there real quick. Let me figure out how to do this. Let me figure out how to clear this. Clear all drawings. There you go. Theater lobbies. Absolutely. The best place in the world is a theater lobby. You may even get them to put some billboards on there. You know, hotels, perfect. Think about this for a moment. You go to a hotel and you put one of these in every single room. Now, who wants to advertise in a hotel? Domino's, Papa John's, all the pizza places, all the restaurants. When you walk into a hotel, and I know everybody on this call has been to a hotel, especially your higher end hotels, most of them have menus and stuff right inside the room. So hotels is an amazing place to try to get. They may have 200 rooms. That's 200 units. You literally start focusing on niches with large number of units. What stops people? That if it was in a hotel room, that would be one of those places that I might get a lockdown unit. But I really think that the GPS tracking little sign on the side, what stops them from stealing the TVs? I mean, it'd be very easy to steal a TV out of a hotel or anything else. But I don't think as many people are going to take these as you think they are. I really don't think that's going to happen. But you could do the lockdown. You could do the lockdown if you're doing hotels. Trust me, you go get 200 rooms in a hotel, you're going to be there for a very long time. And the ad network is going to be huge. That's one of those $500 to $1,000, $500 to $1,000 in ad space a month when you're talking hotel rooms and things like that. And it's kind of easy to say, you know what, I'm going to hit the small markets because it's going to be easy to sell one. Get outside of that box a little bit. Get outside that box a little bit. Work just a little bit harder. And I truly believe that the payoff is going to be huge. For example, hotels. I mean, you go close one hotel deal and you would never have to do anything the rest of your life except pay somebody to change the ads. And those ads aren't going to change very often because it's going to be the same ads, the same restaurants, the same events. I think it was Duke that said a while ago about the cigar shops and the events, whatever's happening tonight, concerts in the area, those kind of things. Huge, huge, huge advertising money budgets for those. And that's the kind of things that you want to target. What kind of places have huge advertising budgets? Car dealerships have huge budgets, Okay. Any questions at all? Hospital waiting rooms? Absolutely. What do people look for in a hospital waiting room? Well, let me just say, I was just happened to be in a hospital with my brother for the last 2.5 months. Okay. I was constantly looking for places to eat, constantly, because I got tired of eating the hotel, the food down in the hospital. So I was always asking a nurse. I was always asking somebody, "Hey, what's close by to go eat? Where can I go eat?" I mean, I'm downtown Dallas, and there's restaurants everywhere, but I don't want to have to go searching for them. But if that was sitting there flipping in my face the whole time, I would have definitely used that to go eat. Absolutely. Any other questions on that? I would get a notepad. The question was, is if I was going to sit down and figure out how would I figure it out? Get a notepad You know, we don't use yellow pads very much anymore. I love yellow pads, and I use a lot of them. As a matter of fact, I've got one sitting on my desk right now. And go get you a yellow pad with a pencil and sit down in your nice, easy chair. And you don't have to sit there with your computer, and you can listen to music or watch television. And as your brain is working, just sit there and pencil them out. It's the best way to do it. While you're driving down the road and you see a business, pick up your phone and talk into your phone and say, hey, John Smith's, whatever. And then when you get home at night, sit down with that yellow pad and start boxing out John Smith's. You know, what kind of places would advertise here? Restaurant chains, you know, anything that is a chain, anything that is and this is what I was talking about, the big money. This is where the big money is, but it takes time. And I think this is one of those items. You know, I'm a mobile business card guy, still sell mobile business cards today and sell a lot of them. Okay. Been selling mobile business cards since 2012, and I will never stop. Okay. Because I can walk into any mom and pop business and collect a check and make money every single day without question. If I need money, go out and sell a mobile business card. You know, it's kind of like Russell Brunson said. How many of you know who Russell Brunson is? Yes, everybody. You know, Russell Brunson said, if I had to make $3,000 today, what would I do? I would do a webinar. That's the first thing I would do. If I needed to make $3,000 a day, what would I do? I would get up in the morning, I would go out, and I would sell $3,000 worth of mobile business cards. That's exactly what I would do because I know they sell, you know. And this product here, and you hear me say a lot of times, and I even said this when I first got involved with this here, but if you start looking at the big picture on this, I recommend that you go out and hit some of these larger venues, some of these larger businesses. Hotels is a good one. Hotels is a very good one. You know, bowling alleys. To me, a bowling alley, because a bowling alley has what? Bowling alley has a bar. They also have the check-in area. You know, so bowling alleys, shoot, you can put 15 or 20 of these in a bowling alley quick. Especially, I mean, in Dallas, some of the bowling alleys they're as big, big as nightclubs here. You know, matter of fact, some of them have nightclubs in them. So, but absolutely. This right here, I think, is the biggie. If you'll focus on this right here, anything with a waiting room, any place somebody waits. You're not going to get a lot of eyeballs on passerby traffic. You know, anytime you have passerby traffic that's not really, you really want people that are stationary. You want people that are stationary. I think boutiques and things like that are a great place. You know, I think your clothing stores and stuff, because you can put them on. I'd mentioned this before, and somebody said, well, who's going to charge their phone on the end cap? Who cares? I'm selling ad space also. I'm not just selling a charging station, especially if I'm doing revenue sharing. Yeah, tire store waiting rooms, absolutely. I mean, there's always 2 or 3 tables in a tire store waiting room, and you sit there for an hour or more. Next thing you know, people will be watching those ads. That's going to happen. Pool halls, great place. Pool halls, that's a big Texas thing, pool halls, you know. Any other questions on that? Did give you guys some ideas to sit down tonight and sit up all night and do like I do and sit up with a yellow pad in your bed? Last week we talked about bots, right? And I want to go back to that for just a moment, and I want to share an article with you. This is from Forbes, and I talked about how big bots are becoming, and I'm really getting into bots. I mean, I'm literally studying bots every day. I mean, it's like an obsession right now with bots. And I just want to share this article with you, and then I'll post this in a group. I can't post it in here because I don't have the link that I can share inside here right now. But it says companies are always gripped by a new cutting edge technology that promises to revolutionize the way they conduct business. This could be the promise of better customer service, more sales growth, and so on. But the latest technology that has captured our attention, automated bots and messaging apps like Facebook, is poised. Sorry about that. I had an ad pop up. Is poised to do all of the above. A messenger bot is a piece of software that uses artificial intelligence to communicate with customers. Simply put, these bots understand what is being asked and then can formulate a response in a very human way. As you will see, automated bots have the potential to completely revolutionize the face of customer service, marketing, and sales as we know it, and for the better. Automation is very much the way of the future. Facebook Messenger bots and customer service. What makes Facebook Messenger bots different from other trends is the fact that the technology has the capacity to transform not only the way businesses market themselves, but also the way they conduct customer service. I asked last week, and I was really shocked at the number of people that do not use Facebook Messenger. Okay. And I hope that you have started using Facebook Messengers as of last week. I recommend highly either go to the bot program I showed last week, BotStar, or go to ManyChat. Okay, go to ManyChat. They both have a free system that you can use. The other system is only $10. I recommend getting the $10 system and getting all the bells and whistles. Start playing with those bots. Start playing with those bots. It is the wave of the future. I'm not making any money from ManyChat, and I'm not making any money from BotStar. But I'm telling you, if you will start implementing this technology and you will start using it, I truly believe that it will drive your traffic. It drives me traffic every single day. I make money off of messenger bots, not selling messenger bots, selling product through messenger bots. Okay. And I just use the simple messenger bot that's built into Facebook. Facebook has its own messenger bot, but they're not quite the AI that everything else is. Businesses know that they have to go where their customers are. Traditionally, that space has been people's inboxes. Today, however, that place is Facebook Messenger. And I want you to listen what this stat I'm fixing to give you. However, in fact, 73% of people prefer live chat based on overall satisfaction more than both phone or email. Facebook Messenger currently has 1.2 billion active users every single month. Did everybody just hear that number I threw out there? 1 billion. Now you're saying, well, Kerry, that number don't mean nothing. No, you're not going to capture all that. But what I'm trying to tell you is your clients and your potential customers are using Facebook Messenger and you're not. And you need to find an AI, some artificial intelligence to help you do your sales. And these bots out there, these messenger bots, these chat bots, these the BotStar and the ManyChat, they have great intuitive, interactive flow charts in there that you can build these bots out and do it very, very well. Okay, and do it very well. When it comes to customer service, it's important to recognize that customer behavior is changing. We can see this with Google's emphasis on voice search. How many of you use voice search on your phone? How many of you find yourself talking to your phone and then voice search automatically picks it up? And the next thing you know, what you were talking about is all the web pages are on your phone. You know, that intelligence in a phone, okay, that artificial intelligence is you're literally speaking to a phone and you can literally talk to it like it's a person. Sometimes I've got an iPhone and that's what you hear going off in the background right now because Siri is picking up words I'm saying and she's sitting here scrolling stuff that I'm saying in front of me. And sometimes I guess my Texas accent, Siri thinks I'm talking to her, you know. But the most powerful aspect of automated bots is that they provide a direct line of communication between the problem and the solution. People don't have to be put on hold. Automated bots provide real-time answers and do so in a conversational way. The latter is particularly important because today's customers want a blend of the human touch of the past and yet options for self-service at the same time. Automated bots offer exactly what today's consumers are looking for. These automated bots can be humanized. My automated bot is called Nicole. Okay? That's who you talk to when you talk to my bot is Nicole. All right. You can give them a name, an avatar to provide a more human-like experience while still being able to answer questions in an instant. We are currently working to implement this within our own Facebook page. And this is Forbes magazine. Okay. This is Forbes that's saying this. What we anticipate being particularly powerful is the fact that it will allow us to have conversations with customers on a platform they are familiar with instead of them having to come to our support page for help. What a great way to do support. People can literally ask questions and get answers right there on the spot. Okay. Get answers right on the spot. And they can ask a question and click on the question. It'll take them to the answer that they're wanting. And these bots are very, very intuitive. They literally start learning what people are asking and what questions they need to answer. Many businesses across all different types of industries are also using chatbots as customer service line. Now, we were just talking about hotels and talking about hotels using these table tents and advertising, using today's technology in a way to open up doors in these larger markets. Marriott International's chatbot, for example, allows members to change hotel reservations or learn how to redeem points directly from Facebook Messenger. That's Marriott Hotel. Marriott's pretty big, okay? And office supply store Staples, Staples is pretty good size, right? We probably all trade there. Created a Facebook-friendly bot to help provide customized updates for users, including providing order confirmation updates and notifications on shipping. Now, these are highly customized bots, and they probably paid several $1,000s to do that, okay? But the fact is that they're doing it. I always say, if you want to be successful, you follow those that are successful. Bots are very, very, very successful today, okay? So I'm not going to go through the rest of this. It talks about Sephora, which is a makeup company. Yes, I've bought from Sephora, and it's not for myself, but for gifts. And it's a very high-end makeup company. I'm sure some of the ladies on here love Sephora. They've got their own bot where you can literally sit there and go through and pick out lipstick. I went into Sephora the other day because I wanted to see how their bot worked. And I could pick out lipstick, and I could have it do the AI thing and say, oh, this is what I would look like with that lipstick on me, and the whole 9 yards. So with that said, okay, we're going to get the table tent thing worked out. Know that. Kerry Miller and Woodrow are using this program. Know that. So nobody wants it up and running any faster than we do. And we want it up and running fast for you guys so that you can go out and do the same thing. So we're all in the same boat. So we start stroking together in the same direction, and we are all going to get exactly where we want to go. Secondly, while you're waiting on that to happen, get and dive deep into these bots. Get and dive deep into these bots. Go to ManyChat or BotStar, which we showed you last week. ManyChat has an automotive bot in it, okay? It's kind of like the one we saw last week. But bots are an amazing tool. And guess what? Learn it, understand it, figure it out, and you can go sell bots to businesses every day with what you're doing right now. Bots is going to be a huge, huge business. And they finally worked everything out with Facebook, the APIs and all that, and the information flow and the security and all that's been worked out, with Facebook. That's why the bots got shut down for a while. How many of you were using bots? I think I asked this question last week. How many of you were using bots? I was. It got shut down. I said, to hell with this. I ain't never going to use a bot again. But you know what? I wished I'd have never backed out of it. I wish I'd have stuck with it because I would know so much more than I know today. So I study it. I love it. I'm learning it. And we're going to have a lot more bot training because I think it's extremely important. You can implement these in with your apps. You can implement these bots in with your apps. You can absolutely put artificial intelligence now inside your mobile business cards that you're selling and show these people how their bots can actually drive traffic into their store. Great tool. And we're going to do a whole bunch more of that. Any other questions before we call it a night? I know Woodrow is out working tonight, but on behalf of the Appwizard Studio team, be patient. Be patient. There is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. All right. All right, everybody. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Have a great night. Once again, post in the Facebook group and be more than happy to train on whatever you guys put out there. And I hope the person that posted is in here tonight. And if not, I hope she watches the replay. But everybody have a wonderful evening. God bless. And I will see you. Hey, Nikisha, it's good to see you. I will see you next Wednesday night on training.